gonna slow down the bus. Like you got a $70,000 job, you want to run with me? You know?
Yeah.
And he had people on the bus.
That's weird.
It's not, bro.
Look at
He
this.
said that's weird.
That's some weird shit. That's weird.
Cool.
That's some weird shit.
Thank you. Yeah.
Some weird shit. Yeah, man. But you know when I really was enthused about being a rapper because my dad knew a lot of dudes from New York.
Nope.
OG Rap, Eric B,
Nope.
Daddy Kane, all them dudes, man.
Nope.
Like, all them dudes that you know my dad like knew a lot of them dudes. Man.
Legends.
Nope.
These are quick transitions.
Nope. Nope.
Look at settings, what? That little gear up there. No. Little gear right up there.
I guess they're all like, come on here.
I don't know. We did what? That's camera rear. What's camera front? That's camera front.
There's front.
Scene two.
That's down.
So what did they do?
Well,
They did something.
You know the
But-
party is the 28th in the Chamonix Mall.
So what they gotta come over here? It's easy for guys to say that.
I'm balding, so I'm not Just keep it real. When I get old, it's like I can see it. I don't care. Love me. You know?
hey Mac, I'm in a basketball group, bro.
What basketball group?
I'm in a basketball group, so you know how you be trying to provoke me with the LeBrons.
I don't be trying to provoke nobody with anything. I put the facts out there, man.
No, you don't be putting
It
facts.
is facts, though. It is facts. I'm trying to take away from that man greatness.
I'm not.
Who's that?
LeBron, man.
I love him. I love LeBron, but I love.
I've never
Kobe.
seen anything like that guy. I
No,
can't figure out.
come on, man. You never seen that like Jordan. You seen LeBron?
Yeah, we never. No.
Hey Charles, what
Where have you seen LeBron before? Who?
Monster Mash.
Man, tell me who.
Monster Mash used to have the same game. See, you know what people lose it with, because the way the NBA is filmed now, it makes the game look like it's better than it is. But go to like a live NBA game, you'll be bored out your mind.
I don't know. It depends how much you like basketball.
I'm telling you, it's so many times.
I haven't been in a while.
Wait a minute. What are
There's
the?
so much standing around, so much timeouts.
One side to the rear.
It's just they don't got a good product, man. The only time it's good is in the playoffs. That's it. Regular season is trash.
I can't really. I haven't really watched basketball. I haven't really watched sports at all lately.
You know what sport
So I
really.
have to switch over here.
I know.
I don't have to be here.
You know what sport really? You get your bang for your buck. Boxing. That's about it.
Baseball, really.
No boxing, but
Football.
baseball is slow. I fall asleep in a baseball game.
You talking about as far as
The action. No, I'm talking about the action.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to a basketball game in a
I
long
went to a
time.
Phillies game. I
don't
was in, I was in the dugout, dozing off.
Alright, this is real.
Okay, what's going on? All right,
So I can't. So how do I get the camera? Charles, I need your help.
Yes, I'm listening.
No, I need the camera from off of Philly Hot to over to you.
You need to do what?
You gotta see it.
What is that you need?
You gotta see it. So,
Okay.
because right now,
just slide in here so you can see what's going on.
we have technical
But
difficulties.
you don't like.
See,
I think it's all ready, bro.
that camera.
Oh, it is.
One is
It's
supposed to be
all
on
ready, so
him,
It's not a
on
question
y'all,
of
and one is supposed to be on us.
how
Where's
it's
the other
filmed.
camera?
I just think how it's scripted.
The other camera's back here, right?
Yeah.
Yup.
So
So it's not
But-
changing when.
hit the transition. See?
I
Oh.
know, but that's supposed to be
Yeah, it's not.
camera on
Yeah,
you.
so you talking to somebody that gets
The camera
almost
on?
every day.
He just
Yeah,
plugged it
what's
in.
Oh yeah, because
You must read a lot, because I don't.
you just gotta pick the team that is rigged for it.
Yeah, I just plugged that. I already know what's going
I don't
on.
know. Is it plugged in? That's what I'm saying.
That's the monster cable that's going somewhere.
Now, is it plugged up over there?
Under
It goes
the table. I don't see where that.
We'll go in here, that black box.
Yeah, no, I don't see where. Hey, it's plugged in. I
It is?
think.
There's two cables that we're doing. Is it
No,
it's
it's not plugged in. But I got. All right, so
You plug it in.
see if that did it. Should be a USB port right there. That should have done it, because that's the only cable that looked like that one coming over here. try it in the top. My fault. Are you good? We just tried in another one right quick. See what happens. Like there's a lot of these typical back here in the hoops too. Maybe that's what I'm doing. I just made I pushed everything in and made it tighter. Something should pop on.
I guess we all gotta sit over here, right?
Hey, that's what we had to do.
Oh, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all.
Well, Sony can't be in the middle because she's the sole controller. she's the sole
Come on,
controller of
Sean.
the show.
Yeah.
Sony, you have to come over this way. Just a little more. Don't worry, I'm gonna do this.
No,
is on.
I'm Sean to get in here.
Oh, okay, but
Yeah.
you still have to.
Here, Sean, you take this seat. There you go.
Yeah, you're gonna sit.
And I'm
You're gonna have to sit next to me.
Yeah.
And Sony's gonna sit next to you.
Yeah.
Or they reverse it.
This,
Yeah.
you know what? But I have. It's a lot of room. Oh no, it's a lot on that side. All right, cool.
It's a round shape.
And all right,
Yeah.
that way.
It's a round.
It's around
What
there.
is going on here?
I don't have to be in there.
It's good.
Yeah, that's
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. There you go. It's supposed to be on that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The camera make me look fat.
Oh, well, he was already fat. I'm like, it made me gain 10 pounds. No, you stop eating. It won't make
Sounds like a Care Bear.
Talking about something it made him gain.
That's
But
what
I ain't
look
went
fat.
for work for y'all to roast me.
Anybody tell you eat them daggone donuts? And, all right.
You had to bring in some more, bro.
That's one tornado hit New York.
All right, so we on? Yeah, we on. Cause my
We all
gosh,
so we seen
can
that.
we get this going?
Just so we can be seen. 'Cause
Yeah.
So you okay.
Yeah.
So you can squeeze in some more. You act like you don't
I'm
like
good.
it. You act like
See
the man
me.
won't bite you.
You bet. Well, look, what?
But you know he does have a comedic look like I can work with him. I'm glad you brought him. I can work with this guy. You know?
So wait a minute. So let's get this straight. We got returning guests. How many times you been on here, Charles? One too many.
It's like I'm like a co-host unofficial. I'm like a co-host unofficial. But before,
This gonna be his
you know,
last time coming
I
on.
really wasn't trying to talk. It was almost like I was on a stand. I was mumbling. But I do, you know, we can do that for a performance right there.
Yeah.
Maybe we can give him a performance.
Okay. But you want to tell everybody who you are, Charles? So we can get to showing.
Hi everybody, I'm Charles, the producer, director, Gossip, aka Charlie Khan, aka Little Charlie Man, of LSD 24 IM3 Entertainment Distribution. I mean,
Now, when you say LSD, you don't mean the actual drug, do
you
you?
know, everybody knows LSD is
Okay.
Lavish Sound Designers, which originally the group stood for Low Squad, and that stood for their organization that acquired about dollars. You know what that was about back in the day. So, I mean,
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Sean. Looking all sexy and clean. Inside
She
sugar.
went mommy earlier.
I'm just Sean. That's it. No. I'm Sean Clay, comedian, promoter, and I've been doing comedy about 23 years in the Philadelphia area and all over the United States. And yeah, that's just me in a nutshell.
I'm here to talk.
shot.
Okay. And Charles.
Yes.
I love. He don't like when I throw up, but.
Don't throw nothing we done talked about already. All of you is know.
Well, I didn't know about your record stuff. Who you perform with?
We'll perform with a lot of people.
Who?
Most recently, I just performed with School did old school hip hop event of Lou and Choose, which was cool. I mean, I was a hype man. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly, you know what I mean? But it's good that you can jump out and blend in with your compadres, your older compadres, your elders,
Yeah.
your veteran brothers.
Yeah. It's good.
It's really fun.
So do tell us. What? I was checking myself. I wanted to talk about Sean.
Oh, okay.
Because we missed him. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I missed his show.
You said it right.
I sure did. I had the tickets in my hand.
Both y'all did.
Well, I didn't know until I reached out to him. I'm like, okay, we still on for it today? He's like, you mean yesterday? I'm like, oh, shut, wait a minute, where's the tickets at? And then he talking about something, you didn't go, and I'm sitting up here minute. You talking about something I didn't go and you didn't go.
Yeah, both of y'all let me down.
I'm sorry.
No,
I really thought it was Sunday.
up. Cause I got the video from inside the venue. It said spotlight was a car light or something like that. Yo, I was dying. I said, yo, what? She sent me a video. The dude was up on the thing. I said, no, cuz I didn't know. But I couldn't make it because actually, for real. There's no cap. My best friend, like my brother. His father came in from South Carolina, his sister and stuff like that. His mother just passed not too long ago, so they only come in every now and then. Like, that kind of like a pop with me too, so anytime he come in, they had a party and stuff. So I ended up going there, and I had to drink.
Okay.
And I was like, Jesus.
And you sticking to that?
That's the only story I got to tell.
Okay. Well, Sean, you have a show coming up
Yes.
this Sunday. This Sunday, 'cause I had to make sure, because
This
last time
Sunday.
I thought it was a Saturday.
Different venue.
Yeah, different venue.
Yeah.
Different.
And what I seen, it looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Everybody's different.
Right. Now, this-
Who's in the lineup?
The show I have Sunday is labeled the New Philly Kings of Comedy. It features Stacks, Freddie Smiles, myself, John Phillips,
Oh, they got
you, Brown, Blackie White Man.
Blackie. You know Blackie on?
No, that's his name, Blackie White Man, and Home Alone.
That's the
I
thing.
have a very important call coming in from a Break Boy, original Break Boy, one of the founder members of Break Boy's crew.
Now, you know the phone lines are open, right?
All right. Kyle, how you doing, man? I want you to call the radio station, all right? I'm gonna give you the phone line, okay? You ready? No, I want you to call the radio station so they can know about the Break Boys and can talk about history and all that. You know what I mean?
Okay, but I was at work. I heard you calling back.
Okay, that's all good. Yeah, well, I guess we'll set it up. I'll just bring you up to the radio station one day, all right?
What's tomorrow?
Well, it's every Thursday.
Now we're on the air now.
I guess so tomorrow.
All right, bro. That's my homie.
Yeah, that's the homie. Now,
Get back to Home Alone though. That's
Yeah, Home Alone.
That's the name of his name.
That's funny.
Yeah.
no, Blackie,
No,
White.
Home Alone is funny.
Yeah.
Like that's
Blackie
real.
White.
But see, the thing is, with these comedians, I tell them all the time. I'll tell them to their face, like, a lot of these stage names I don't like, but that's what, I mean, straight up. I mean, but that's,
Blackie White Man.
but who am I to tell? I mean, he's funny though, you know what I
But
mean?
just think, look at your name. Sean Clay. I mean, that's
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with Sean Clay?
It's like you're trying to mold, I mean, but you
gonna
could have
ever
found
get
a
away
better
with
name.
that one, bro.
Sean
No, but
Clay.
I mean, that's my name though, you know what I mean?
You know he reminds me of? You ever seen the TV?
Don't say it,
You ever seen the cartoon with what's the TV show?
Don't say it,
What about
man.
this?
Whatever it's gonna be, it's gonna be bad.
Somebody with Bob's Burgers.
The Pelican.
The black guy on Bob's Burgers.
Oh, I said more.
I said whatever it's, he said cartoon, TV show, whatever it's gonna be bad. Man.
Mine wasn't. The toucan, what's the
No,
black?
yours was bad. You teasing my name.
I didn't teach you, I was just saying.
You didn't know. Oh man, she didn't even know she got you.
Oh, well, I'm
She
sorry.
said, you just said, look at his name, Sean Clay. Like,
Well, okay, we can't teach
that's his
Charles.
real name.
Yeah, well, you should have changed it. He said,
That's my stage name. Well, I had different names before, but I stuck with Sean. That's it.
stuck with Sean. What was the other name?
You don't like that?
No.
Wow.
What's right with it? Sean. That's
Sean
like a
Clay.
gangster name.
No.
Sean. You know.
Sean Clay. That's it.
I mean, who's gonna respect a thug named Sean?
First of all, I'm not a thug.
I know, but that's not even a funny name. It's like, it don't stand out. It's just
It
Sean.
don't stand out, but my performance do.
Oh, now, speaking of performance, I got to watch that YouTube, and I'm like, dang, I ate the whole bag of popcorn before I hit the laughing part. I'm like, well, dang, you're supposed to, get me in the first few minutes. And I'm like, dang, popcorn, I couldn't even finish the popcorn.
You didn't like it?
I finished the whole bag of popcorn. I was waiting for the punchline. Like,
Yeah, you must be one of them tough.
yeah, I was tough because I'm like,
Tough
well,
customers.
you know what was
What you
funny?
watching?
That little cheesy thing that he sent me. You know,
No, I did a show in front of a.
he shouldn't have did it.
It was a fundraiser for Thanksgiving.
I know
Right?
they
And
asked
it
for
was
the money back.
and it was like in a house like this.
It was in a house.
Yeah, it was like in a house, but they kind of like converted it into like a stage.
Mm.
And they was laughing from the beginning to the end. I don't know what she saw.
Okay.
Who's that? Because I only saw one person laughing.
No, you see, if you listen to the audio.
But they was laughing off of him.
No, but they.
And I'm like, well, what was so funny?
And he
I
went
missed
up-
it.
yeah.
I had to watch it 5 times to figure out what was so funny.
You ain't hear what the jokes was?
What was it?
I told you.
Oh, I forgot.
It was a funny joke, bro.
Yeah.
And it was one of them ones once I tell it, it hit you like 15 seconds later.
Okay.
Oh, like the time went back.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Time,
He was like, I had sex with the girl for a whole hour. It was something about time went
I
back.
tell a joke on the air. You gotta tell it again.
What?
No, this is what I said. I
This
said
is one off.
I said one time I had sex with a chick for an hour and 15 minutes, and that was the day the clocks went back. You know what I mean? So it was only 15 minutes.
Right. Okay, I got
So,
it.
but leave it up to her. All that stuff was cool.
Right.
Yeah, well, it was okay.
But I, you know,
You should have had Big Bird as a sidekick.
look, the favorite part of that video is when the guy was laughing.
Oh,
Because
man.
he wouldn't let me
I'm
finish.
like, seriously? And then he kept coming back.
Yeah, he wouldn't let me finish.
Like, he wouldn't let me.
the video, bro.
I will send you the video. I will send you.
Yeah,
I want to see
yeah.
that.
In case somebody think I'm drinking juice.
Because I was coming after you.
Yeah, I
was
know.
like, okay,
But
it's
you
liquor
see-
in there, right?
No liquor. This is pineapple.
That looked like cereal.
This is pineapples with orange pineapple juice. Real orange pineapple juice.
Oh, because it looked like Captain.
Where'd you get
You
that?
mean you bought an orange pineapple?
Where you get that?
You said orange pineapple.
I had me a lemonade, but I kept my cup. You know, keep the cup, and then I can use it. So when I go on the highway, I had this nice frozen, and the heat come through the windows and melt us down.
Speaking of heat,
No, I want to
I'm
find
on
out where
Roosevelt
you got the
Boulevard.
orange pineapple juice.
I'm gonna say orange. I'm on Roosevelt Boulevard. The guy is out, in the medium selling the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he had all of the drinks. I'm like, honey, that heat is gonna make everything.
No, but they keeping them in coolers though.
No. He had about at least 4 cases of each
Oh, I know what you're saying.
outside. I'm like,
the heat melt.
why would you have it out in the? Why not just put a little bit
Yeah, I know
out?
you're talking.
You know, they supposed to do this with the
Purify
cover,
air
some type of
conditioning.
shade. Some type of shade.
Yeah, but it's sitting in the. I don't know. But anyway, enough about that. So Charles,
Yes.
what's going on with you? What are you doing? Business.
I'm not really gonna speak too much, but we've been moving, moving and shaking,
What you come here for? We come here to talk.
Well, we have some things we can talk about, but Film Arts is on its way. Just know that, The production angle is really on its way. So that's all I can tell you. It's really on
That
its way.
killed my question.
Yeah, I
was gonna
know.
Give me a little bit more about that.
Well, Film Arts, you really know about Film Arts, you go on Facebook and type in PHILMARTS 215. And I'll answer any questions you have about Film Arts, but you can check it out though.
Okay.
If anybody that wants to do acting, we have a little small.
I can act.
Or like if you want to do some comedy and all that.
Oh
you know.
yeah, I can
Crazy
do
to say
comedy.
that because I got a family member that's into the casting thing that I can put you down with. Actually, probably was going to be a guest on this show, but has to go out to Atlanta.
I like to do the actual production thing, so.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying as a network type thing because you got somebody that you might know somebody.
Everybody can work with everybody.
Everybody knows somebody.
Yeah.
He act like he the only person that knows somebody. I know people too.
Everybody.
I know Ray around the corner.
No, I'm just saying there's somebody that's actually in his field that's literally doing that. Like today,
I know
like
Shaquilla
on the plane
and-
going to
and-
Atlanta. That's why he's not here.
That's what's
You
up.
feel what I'm saying?
I know people in Atlanta.
Okay. You know people in Memphis,
Like,
Minnesota.
yeah, like he the only person that knows somebody in
No,
Atlanta.
if I-
Somebody better call me, act like y'all know me in Atlanta.
That's personal. But anyway, like, okay, so you got Film Art. What else is going on with you on the outside of that, though? You know what I mean? I want to know more about this hip hop story.
Yeah, tell us how you got started.
I just want to know about.
He hate when I
I
put
don't
him
want
on
to pull it out.
Hip hop is like my life. Like people don't understand. Like even being an older age, they'll think like like it's not your life. It's just right now I've been on like really solidified business ventures.
Right.
Like, selling homes and building homes type thing. That's the venture I'm on right now. But also I sell sneakers. I got a page for that. It's called PHLYSNKRS on Facebook. Fly Sneakers. And same thing. Inbox. Tell me your size, jeans, clothes, whatever you're looking for.
I wear 9.
Y'all I need something for the show for Sunday's show.
All you had to do is inbox me. I had the most affordable. Listen, for a shirt, jeans, and sneaker, I'll say
200 for me.
130. And look, and as you see on my feet, I don't have nothing corn.
Sean.
He said, yeah.
Buy for me, 200. I got you a great deal.
Yeah. The jeans are up, the sneakers are up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need
I got you.
So whatever I have, you be getting it for.
Sean, pay attention to me. I got you.
You be getting it for the love.
$200. Yeah. You can't beat that price. Yeah.
You be getting it for the low, man.
It's okay.
Well, I'm definitely going to hit you up.
And you see what I wear, whatever I wear, what I mean, it's the type of stuff you can get.
All right.
I don't have
Yeah, whatever I wear, it's
anything
the
I
type
wear.
of stuff.
Sunday's high is 89, so I need.
That's branding right there.
Yeah, Sunday, what
Take
I
a
wear
note
is
from
what
that
you
people
get.
that's out there.
Are you coming to the show? Sir?
Yeah, I'm coming to the show. This time, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I really thought the show was
Listen, I only give y'all one chance to come to the show.
It was Sunday and it was that Saturday.
You got the T-shirt on backwards, man.
I know. That's
a
one
part
for
of the
a
act.
person. That's one for a reason.
He's a comedian.
You ain't want to advertise anybody's business on.
No, it ain't that. I have
It's
bought this shirt.
dirty on the other
No. I'm gonna tell you the story behind the shirt. I bought this shirt from a coworker, right? To support his business. So it was a reunion for 39th Street. So one time I wore this on 52nd and Spruce. Right? I swear to you, some dude was like, "Yo, you from the 39?" They trying to turn it into a gang thing.
Right.
So when I go to work, I park my car in the project on 8th and Spring Garden. So I ain't want to walk through the project in 39th Street shirt on. Like, this shirt get me in so much trouble.
Now we
So
all
I
know.
turned it inside out.
Yes,
Get rid of
Or
it.
you can buy a llama shirt and ain't gonna cause no trouble. And it's real nice.
Comedy is
I have a clothesline called Llama, and it's real.
Well, I gotta get all your stuff, man. I'm telling you.
I got a clothesline too.
When I tell you this shirt, it's of European designer quality, real fly high end stuff, and it's breathable cotton. It's not like you wear something you still feel hot.
Yeah.
No, you feel the air come through this too.
I didn't even know cotton gave me.
Tribulence.
But those shirts are $65, and I can sell them easily Gucci prices, $1.95. It's just that type of shirt.
Well, Sunday, I'm definitely gonna need some sneaks. I'm definitely gonna need some shit. I got some.
But let you know, so you can get. So now, if you can buy that. Let me see, because that was added. I said 130. You buy that. That'll be $195.
See, I told
That'll be
you.
$195. No,
You got it
listen.
from me.
That'll be $195 added within that shirt. But if you
Man, you
don't
gotta
want the
buy
other
it.
shirt in, I can put in there, still be
We
less.
supposed to be doing something.
No, I'm
Oh, we
just
is.
I'm just letting people know this is how you hustle. A lot of people don't know this is a hustle. So while they're
These
talking,
are the most comfortable.
right?
Uh-huh.
They listen to the speech. This man is sitting here promoting his
Yeah,
business.
that stuff like this.
He's
You know
branding
what I mean?
his
And the
business.
jeans
He's
I
wearing
got,
clothes that he
like,
sells.
the shirt
No,
top,
I'm
right?
just saying what he's
Go
doing.
right there.
And
You gonna be
but this is how you do business.
You gonna
Yeah.
feel
This is how you
That was the whole point of
do
bringing them on, right?
Yeah,
But
so
I mean,
I'm saying this to
but people are listening
Right.
and watching.
Right.
This is some fire that's his owner, business, an entrepreneur, right?
Sure.
Trying to get a sale. Now, whether he becomes a customer or he becomes clientele, which is repeat customer, repeat business, you know what I mean? Depending on the relationship that you build with the person that he's talking to now.
Right.
So a lot of people think hustling is
But
just in the street, this, that, and the third. But we got a person live on the air right now, hustling his fashion, hustling his merchandise.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you ain't that's what it is.
Somebody he never met before.
And when you
And that's what you gotta do. You can't just take the same, you can't take your product to the same people that you know all the time and expect the
not
product.
these,
You gotta branch out and, change the product.
Well, I can say this since they.
Okay, hold on. Hey, y'all done went all left.
But I'm saying they having a whole world inside.
Oh, I'm sorry, we on the air.
Nah.
But while y'all hustling, let me. I can't tell you what's in the envelope, but I can hustle and tell y'all that
She's showing us presents we can't unwrap.
Well, not on the air, but I've been talking about my personal life and business life and how now I'm branching off, getting work on doing some stuff with Comcast and.
You got it.
No, this brings you closer.
Okay.
I gotta get the legal team to get all this stuff together, but this makes it official whenever I'm ready to start working with Comcast. So I'm like,
So you're not gonna open the envelope till you right?
no, I've already had the paperwork.
You know what I'm talking about that.
No, I've already they emailed me the paperwork and then
Oh,
they send me the hard copy.
Oh, okay.
They already have it, but since they want to talk about what they're doing,
I'm sorry.
it's okay because that's why you want here. You're a guest to talk about what y'all
Yeah,
doing.
we was doing the whole deal.
Yeah, we weren't even included. Like,
We was doing the whole deal on air.
yeah, I know, but it's okay.
Not being serious right
like Mike said, out here hustling.
Nah, I just wanted to point out to the viewers and the people that may be listening, that was listening to the conversation, or the ones that's actually watching the show right now, that you watching an entrepreneur do his thing live. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't know what that was. They like, this all scripted, what's going on? Like, no, you watching somebody trying to conduct business. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you build a relationship. So it's more than one way to hustle. A lot of people think it's only, hustling in the streets or something like that. Like, that man was hustling his product. You heard him say earlier that anything that you see him with, that he's wearing, that's the type of stuff. So he's branding himself. Like, these is important steps in business. It's like Sean Clay, your name, Sean Clay Entertainment is your business.
Yeah.
You branded yourself. So like, just giving people a different perspective, because some people might be saying like, what's going on? Like, I'm just trying to tell you, you just watching $1 million worth of game. You know what I mean? Right there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Gil?
Yeah, I sold 6 tickets a day.
Wallow, crazy.
There was some guy downtown.
We gotta get Wallow on this show. That's Wallow.
No matter that, where is the show? When is the show? How much are the tickets? Can they pay at the door? Is there like a dress code? People always keep asking me.
No, this ain't no
Sean will wear that shirt.
This ain't the same state. You know what I mean? So the location is 1621 Cecil B. Moore. It's Temple campus. And,
TU.
showtime is around 8 o'clock. Showtime about 8:30 start. And,
Okay.
You can dress how you want. You know what I mean? Just not no.
Are we COVID restricted? Because when I was looking at the video, I seen tables that was.
Oh no, it's
everything
no,
cool.
no, everything's cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for the females, no bonnets. You know what I mean? I don't
Oh, you serious? Man, I got like 3 of them.
Yeah, it was a joke.
The orange with the oh, I was gonna say, because I don't have any.
I met some guy today though downtown, and I told him I had a show coming up, and he said I'll buy 6 tickets off you if you tell me a funny joke. You know what I mean? And,
you didn't make the sale.
He didn't make no sale.
I sold 6
I was
tickets.
gonna say, he didn't make a sale. I was gonna say. Well, how many tickets did he buy? 2?
You can buy them.
No, I said, how many did he buy? 2?
He bought 6.
Oh.
6 tickets.
How many did he make you buy back?
None.
Oh.
They've been going well. The tickets been going well.
How much are they?
$15.
Any at the door?
More at the doors, but probably like 20.
Got food?
We got food, drinks, everything available.
Yeah, who's the chef?
It's gonna be vending.
Oh, it's vending. Okay.
Yeah, we got a mystery chef.
Uh-oh. And they making a mystery food?
Huh?
Y'all got potato soup?
No, because no, it's gonna be people selling like t-shirts and stuff.
No, when he said that, I thought about freedom.
My cousin is DJing, but he also vends too, so he got his own like natural products,
DJ
lotions
cousin.
and soaps.
Yeah.
And he normally
Shout out to DJ. What's his DJ name?
well, we call him Poopy. You know what I mean? That's the family name. You know what I mean?
Okay. I definitely don't think I'm gonna come.
Yo,
I got
where?
No, listen to me.
No, what's the week? In
the last 2-3 days, I sold about 60 tickets.
I hope
60 tickets.
DJ Poopy wasn't there. Was
Now the
They talking about the show.
Doomsday show, I sold tickets, but a lot of people didn't show up because a lot of people was going to cookouts. You know what I mean? So we had a light crowd in there, but it was still a great show.
Oh, does Philly still have them do that?
No, not on Doomsday. I'm Juneteenth. I'm talking about Juneteenth. And I got killed.
I was lost.
It was so crazy. It
I'm
was so
not
crazy.
so I don't know about
It was so
that.
crazy. I got killed by Juneteenth by this guy. There's another guy that killed me by Juneteenth. They like, y'all still celebrating Juneteenth? Like, they don't want black people to have nothing. I mean, they don't want to have wars to have
we
nothing.
were actually actually talking about that. Now
They don't want, I'm telling you, I've been hanging around him so much, I call myself Moorish now.
Yeah.
Now
that's what you want.
that they gave us Juneteenth, I had
They
asked the
gave
question.
Juneteenth.
Well, yeah, now
Hey,
that they gave them Juneteenth, are we now going to start celebrating 4th of
Well,
July?
they was already celebrating 4th of July. Now they gave them an extra. You
Yeah,
know
they
what
gave
though?
them
If you
extra.
look at the language of that bill with Juneteenth, they just gave themselves another day off.
Yeah.
It's a federal holiday.
I should have
It's
got paid.
federal.
No, listen, I should have got paid for it because I worked on that day.
Huh?
I worked on that day.
Oh, well, you get paid for it then.
No, I'm talking about but my job is like funny. My job is so crazy, man. Like it's so crazy. That's the discussion me and Mac was having the other day. Like I dig where people say we're Moorish, right? I understand all that, but regardless of what we call each other, we still was dealt a bad hand. Regardless.
Yeah, but black people wasn't dealt in bad hands. So that's what we gotta understand. I was talking to her about that before she came on air.
Yeah.
In the 15th century, we weren't called black people. Black people weren't injured, so black people can't get reparations. So when you're dealing with the language,
I know, but they still are descendants though, regardless of what you
no, because there's no such thing as black people.
I know, but they still are descendants, regardless.
Who's our
No,
descendants?
all of the people back then that went through those struggles,
Our ancestors.
our ancestors, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they called themselves something different.
I know, but you know, remember that chart I posted? It was people. They call us something different, like every 20 years, every 20, 30 years, and that's what confused me.
Please turn your cell phones off, please.
I'm
Please.
sorry.
It's in here vibrating.
Hold on, but you gotta understand, right? That renaming of so-called black people every 20 to 25 years that's a U.S. construct. That's not us saying that this is who we are, this, that, and the third.
I know.
You feel what I'm saying?
But that's because they took the unity.
Exactly, because they took your culture, and that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So if you was really into your culture, you wouldn't be calling yourself black because
Yeah,
you know that's not your culture.
Yeah.
So by you saying that that's what you are actually condemning yourself to death. If the power is in the tongue, and you're saying that I'm a dead person,
Well, I call myself
what
that.
you think you're gonna be in real life?
Well, I call myself that because black is like it's just intimidating.
Man,
It's
they go pow
intimidating.
pow every time they see a black man,
Black
right?
power, intimidating.
Right.
What do ninjas wear? They wear black, right?
Right.
When somebody stick you up, what they wear? They wear all black.
You know why? Why do judges wear a black robe?
Who?
Why do judges or magistrates wear a black robe? Because they impersonating you. They're not the real lawmen.
Yeah.
We created the law.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well, they got that whole judicial system from the Romans, though.
No, we were the original
From,
Romans.
I know, but they still got, you know, if you
The
look at
Romans came from the last remnants of the Etruscans. And
Yeah.
they was the previous that started building.
Well, the Romans
civilization.
are actually their ancestors, though.
Whose ancestors?
The Europeans over here.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what people don't understand. We are the original Europeans. The reason the hybrid Albion European has the name European is because we took them into the Europe means to bind in.
Yeah, the rope
Right?
and bond.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To rope in, to bind
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So this is the reason we gave them that designation after they came from out of there.
They say European, but it's Europe.
Yeah. So we gave that designation.
I knew that one.
They're not the original Europeans.
No, they're
And
not.
that's
But they're not the original anything.
Exactly. So now that you, all right. So
Yes,
I'm
yeah.
glad we right there, right?
Yeah.
They're not the original anything, right?
Yeah.
You look at it like this: we weren't originally called black people.
Nope.
And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Okay. So
Yeah.
if you can understand that,
But I don't have the thing is I myself don't have no gripe with that.
you don't have a gripe with it. But let me tell you what it does. Let me tell you what it does for you in law. Nah, because like this is a very serious issue because people don't understand. Under that status of black, you're considered 14th Amendment, civil number 2, civilly dead, right? It's a dead status at law.
All right.
So
well,
if it's a dead status at law, right, you have no standing, you have no rights, you have no political power, you have no nation, no constitution, no flag, and what happens to black people?
Well,
So
well,
what black
well,
people
I
on
do
the
know
street?
but I'm gonna show you where.
What power you got over what?
No, I'm gonna show you
What
how
fried
you.
chicken you eat?
But listen, I'm gonna show you how much.
Potato salad you eat?
Listen, I'm gonna show you how I kill your theory though.
You can't kill my theory, because
I'm gonna kill it right now
come on, let's go.
You gonna crack it?
because
We got to.
if you look how, for instance, how gays united and stood by each other. They got laws passed, right? you can't say nothing about them.
Right.
If you say something about them, you're going to either get fired or fined or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they just call themselves that.
Right.
It's just a name.
So let me take you back to a comedian that may be one of your peers, Dave Chappelle, who said it in one of his stand-up specials. That
I know what you're going.
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying though. Who are the people that spearheading this legislation? Right? It's the same people that are participating in the acts behind the scenes that the agenda that they're pushing, right?
Yeah.
But you got to understand that this type of behavior has been going on for thousands of years, and then they're now just getting to the point where they can be open with it.
Yeah,
You know
yeah, but they do that to get votes, though. It's about votes.
It's not about votes. It's about
votes to them people.
Listen what I'm saying.
That too.
Listen what I'm saying. This faction of people that we seeing doing this stuff, right? They stem from us. And then they infested these Albions with it, right? But it's still us doing that stuff, and it's been a war between us. It's like it's always been. It's people that's doing sick stuff, and it's people that's doing righteous stuff, and we've been banging on each other, right? Right now they in control.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I got another perspective.
Okay.
It's like no. It's like everybody like porn, right? Right.
No.
Everybody, you don't like porn?
No, I don't watch it.
What about you? You watch porn?
I
right?
dabble sometimes. I'm just gonna keep it on.
All right.
Man.
No, I like porn, but it's different levels to it. You know what I mean? Like I don't watch.
I don't want you to get
No.
I want to shake your hand.
No. Listen to
I
my
can't shake your hand. You
No.
Open up a whole other door.
No, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you an example.
Okay.
It's not no. Trust me.
Alright,
It's soft. No, it's soft core. Right?
Oh God.
And then you got hardcore.
genres.
Yeah, genres.
Okay, different
But
genres.
I guarantee you, if you search anything,
I know.
right? Search you can put in there a stimulus check. And a porn search, and it is a video.
And it'll show you somebody giving up their whole $1 million PPP to a joint. You know what I mean? While she's shaking it.
It might.
You see what I'm saying?
But
That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make, man.
Yeah, but it's not the issue with us. The issue with us is.
Well, you made the point that we've indulged.
You know what the issue with us
is?
is? The issue with us is ignorance.
Yeah, not knowing. Because that's what ignorant really means. Not knowing.
And
it's not just the ignorance I had, like I said earlier.
It's the blatant ignorance. It's the knowing and acting like you don't know.
Yeah, hubris. That's what it is. That's the word, hubris.
But is a reason for all that.
Yeah, because we
You know what the reason is? I want to have an excuse to have a reason.
Right.
That's
We don't want to admit that.
No, I'm gonna tell you why it's
Our
a
people
reason.
don't want to admit
I'm gonna
that
tell you
they
why it's
don't
a
know.
reason.
That's
If
the
you watch the Super Bowl, right? Right? If you watch the Super Bowl, now if I got a product out there and I'm paying $3 million for a 30-second ad, I want to see some results.
Right.
Right? I'm paying this person $3 million to put my product out there. So hopefully that $3 million investment bring me $300 million. Well, it's the same way with brainwashing. All of this stuff that they did to us over the years, these are the results of brainwashing.
Exactly.
And taking away your culture,
Right.
taking away your rightful name, taking away your rightful religion or whatever, and taking away your rightful well-being on the planet.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. So when I say, when you say ignorant, you got to realize all of the stuff they did to make them ignorant. It worked.
What are you doing?
What? I'm not stopping y'all.
Yeah, but we can see it. We looking at ourselves on the model. Okay.
No, you're not.
Right?
She be doing so much. Go ahead.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
right.
so all they did, if I'm paying for a certain people to be violent by watching them, having them watch violent images over and over and over, just think about the video games, right?
You don't have money.
We go back all the way to when we was kids around our age.
Right.
You know what I mean? We remember Pac-Man and Combat.
Right.
Then over the years, the violent, with special effects, the video games got violent and violent and violent. To the point where these young boys really think they in Grand Theft Auto.
Same thing happened with music.
Or and so you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if they're ignorant, it's a reason why I say that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like with food, like if you go back a couple of years, there was a guy that sued McDonald's, and people laughed at him. He said
He got paid from getting fat or something.
no. He said no. He sued because he said McDonald's made him fat.
Yeah.
So people was laughing.
Yeah.
So once they you know, he actually won a lawsuit, and that's when they started putting the calories on the menu. Like, this is what y'all eat, because before we didn't see what we was eating, they just put the back of the menu up there.
Right.
And we eat a lot of calories per day.
Right. And that's the whole thing. That's my.
They do that with every restaurant now.
They do that with everything, but it all started from McDonald's. When people laughed at them, they was like, "Oh no, well you just fat because you going to McDonald's." No, they put stuff in food to make it more addictive.
Right.
They put stuff in cigarettes to
It
make
makes
it
your
more.
body is a body and taste.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
just your
yeah.
body craves it too.
Yeah, it's crazy too. So it's like a drug.
Right.
Right. So I mean.
So it's the same thing when I say with ignorance.
Right.
They put all of this stuff out there. And Hollywood, see, the thing is, when we talk reparations, everybody got to pay, even Hollywood, because of all the negative images they put out. You know, foreigners that don't even come over here, all they see is look on TV, they think we all the same. You know what I mean? And if you live long enough, she lived long enough, you know black people.
Wait, what do you mean live long enough? How long?
I'm talking about y'all live long enough to interact with our own kind. We be some of the most beautiful people you ever
We
met.
are the most beautiful.
We are.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
What you trying to say? I'm ugly?
No, I'm talking
Nah, I
about
feel what
inside
you're
and
saying,
out. I'm
yeah.
talking about inside and out.
Charles
Cause
D.
look what we've been doing.
Right.
But like this is the thing though. So like with all that being said, knowing where we came from to where we're at right now, right? Why consciously would you continue to use the same verbiage, the same language, when you could be that one person that changes the next person? That's why I try to consciously not use black people unless I say so-called black, so-called white, because I know those are legal statuses and not real things. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'll say a hybrid Arab European, not out of disrespect, it's out of love, because that's who you are, right?
Yeah.
I love who I am. I am Moorish. Moorish being my blood is mixed up from all my ancestors.
Right.
We some of the greatest people that we
Right.
still here in America.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
We was always here.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that you're talking about, how they whitewash this, that, and the third, like the ignorance of not knowing. You got people out here that can give you the knowledge, that give you the truth. You just gotta be willing
They don't know how to
to
give
listen.
it. They don't know how to give it back and collect what's theirs.
Exactly.
But the thing is, a lot of people, you can give the knowledge all you want. People gotta be receptive to it.
That's
Remember,
true.
Well, let's worry
remember,
about us.
remember-
Let's worry about us as a collective, and then going back and reaching and teaching.
That's true, but
Like, for
remember,
those who want
we're
Our own children might not want it.
we're
but we have
going
to
against-
listen.
we're going
If we have
against
to sac-
billion
if we have to
dollars.
that when they say in the Bible as a sacrificial lamb, that means if your own children don't want it, then we have to sacrifice you in the name of God. We gotta get rid of you. We gotta get rid of you. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, our battle, we going against.
In other
billions
words,
of dollars and
the
generations.
ignorance will kill themselves.
Listen though.
The ignorant ones they'll die off.
But
That's
it's the-
the-
but
Alright,
starts.
so the biblical terms that be the weak and the terror. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're talking about the Bible. But like at the same time, right? An interesting point that he made was the babies, right?
Yeah.
Now my children, listen, if I say black or white in front of and they one be 17 next month, one just turned 16 in March, and the other one 9 be 10 in October, right? If I say black and white, they'll correct me instant, Dad, more European or more Albion, European. Like they won't even let me mess up. So the younger generation is coming up with it already. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My daughter sat in the social studies class and looked at me one day doing this virtual stuff, right? Because I tell her, go ahead and get that, I'm going to teach you right anyway. And she was sitting in class one day and was like, Dad, like, I don't even get this. She was like, because you already told me the truth. This don't even make sense. And I'm real hands-on. I used to get in the class, right? Type to the teacher, yo, you not, this not right. Who you talking about?
Yeah.
You need to clarify, because my child is in this class. I don't care what you teach me about. Well, I do care, but like, you gonna get it right. So it was something about how the people over here used to eat people or something. I was like, no, you need to clarify, because I already knew what she was talking about, because they was doing colonial history and stuff like that. No, who used to eat people? So she had to come out in her class, in her live class, and say, oh, it was the settlers, the people that was coming over here who was eating people. You feel what I'm saying? But she left it so vague before that those children in that class could have thought it was the Americans or the Indians or anything like that, and I listened to it. So you know what I'm saying? But like, that's how hands-on you gotta be. You gotta be attentive, you gotta be aware of that type of thing.
You ever see that movie Black Knight
Black Knight.
with Martin Lawrence?
Yeah, that Audible Moore, what do you say?
Yeah.
Moore?
Yeah, the whole
He
movie they
knows,
called
yeah.
Moore. Yeah.
They knew.
Yeah.
That was a sin that, you know what I mean? If you go back and look at
And Martin even told me, he
movies,
said, what's with this Moore, man? He used it
go back, look at Aladdin, the one they did. Look at all the people in turbans and feathers in Aladdin. right? Look at the New Coming to America. That was the only thing I really liked about that movie was the representation of the Moorish people in that movie.
You didn't
The
like
rest
that
of it
movie?
was
You didn't like
whack. Like I haven't even watched the rest of it, and I saw Eddie Murphy, and what's his name? Arsenio. Yeah, like.
Well, you know the backstory about that is crazy because the guy that played his son, you see, he was.
I don't know because I didn't.
Well, he just came out of
the
nowhere.
part where they was in the kitchen and I cut it off.
The guy that played his son, won a cross dressing competition.
Just really after the movie?
No, before the movie.
Oh wow.
So that's probably why Eddie picked him. Remember Eddie had the episode?
He was like that. He was dealing with the other side. That's why he said he come back to stand up for a while. Did he get ready to do another stand up?
About to do stand up, but
Yeah,
so he must be ready to talk about it.
you know, you got once
that
that machine got you, man, they got you, man. That's that's all I'm gonna say.
But he didn't come back. I think that's why they say he did movies all the time.
Yeah, that's what we need to do a show. That's what I need to do a show on. Because we have numerous talks about that, about comedians that don't wear dresses and stuff.
It's just about all of them.
Just about all of them. Yeah, everybody you can name.
And that's not just comedians. You talking about
actors. I know, but specifically all of the main
NBA players. They had the White Howard. Who was the NBA player they put in the dress?
Larry Johnson.
Yeah, Grandmama.
Grandma.
I'm talking about this was recently.
The basketball with all the.
He was playing on the Clippers. No, that was DeAndre Jordan. You don't remember that commercial when they had DeAndre Jordan in the dress? I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on?
But Dennis Rodman too. You know what I mean? He
Dennis
did a
is
wedding
different character.
No, but he the one. But remember, you was talking about influence.
Yep.
So imagine all the people he influenced.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he was bold about his.
But but this goes back to the agenda. These same people that we was talking about, I never can get the letters right in the chain, so I don't never say it. So,
Yeah.
but the people that we talking about, right? It goes back to like this stuff has been going on for hundreds, and now these people are now the people that's in key positions of power.
Yeah, they pass it down. Yeah.
And this is why we had this agenda going on. Like I was telling somebody today, you can't get on Facebook without seeing the letters change colors now.
Hold that thought. Because I want to get back to Sean so he can tell us this Sunday what's going on.
Oh, this Sunday we have the new Philly Kings of Comedy, hosted by myself. It's starring Stacks, Pretty Smiles, Blackie White Man, Home Alone,
Blackie White.
John Phillips,
That
and Hugh Brown.
Hugh Brown.
So Sunday we forming like both.
That's his real name? Hugh Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, Hugh Brown.
Hugh Brown.
Okay, Hugh Brown. Okay. I thought you said Hugh Brown.
And where's your show at? How much
It's
is
on
it?
1621 Seats will be more. Tickets are $15 and 20 on the door.
20 at the door. Who's going to be at the door collecting the money? You need somebody to do that?
No.
Anybody that asks to collect the money is
I put that on you last show when you show up.
Dang, I wish I knew that one.
So y'all forget what we was
And I want to talk about.
I'm not gonna lie. I was in Wilmington for Juneteenth.
No, I'm talking about the conversation.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the guys, wearing dresses and
Right.
and stuff like that. And
Emasculation of men, right?
Yeah.
But look who they do it to. Like, if you notice,
They do it to all of them.
yeah, but if you notice, the other culture don't mind because that's a cultural thing.
Yeah. They do it.
It's
like
not with
that.
us.
And they don't
this
even
is-
tease either.
And this is the reason so-called Black Hollywood don't tell everybody that they, gay or homosexual stuff like that. Because a lot of those people aren't like what you see. They're still acting like they're not married to some of these people. And I know a couple the actors that pretend like they married to the opposite sex, or they really married to the same sex. But like they'll get their ridicule from their own community. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's right, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I believe anybody should have the freedom to do whatever they do. If it don't affect me, I'm not really tripping about it. Just don't bring it to my circle. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, what actors you think doing that?
What do you mean? I didn't hear what he said.
What actors do you know that's doing that?
What actors do I know? I'm not gonna call their name out.
But
But you watch them on TV.
Which ones?
I watch
Tell me honestly.
Huh? Nah, that's because it's not my place. You know what I'm saying?
All right, tell me off the air.
Yeah, I'll tell you over there.
Okay,
You know what
well,
I'm saying?
all right,
But
we
you
can
watch
shut it
them
down
on
for something
TV.
here.
No, I'm just saying, you watch these people on TV. You know
I
what I'm
was
saying?
saying, I
And you would
wasn't
never
surprised with a
know.
lot.
The only
Tyler Perry?
everybody. Man, like, I don't even really watch that dude stuff, man, because like back in the day, I already knew that was a setup. I knew that was
Let me ask
they
you.
gave him a whole Hollywood in Atlanta.
Because
Just for everybody go down in this camp.
we had Red Fox. You
don't go down again.
You had the old Eddie Murphy. you had who's the guy? Richard Pryor. And back then they
You talked about
they put it out there. Now
They put it out there.
when they talked about white people, they talked about gays, they talked about sex. But back then it was like, ooh, it was like, wow, did he say that? And we laughed. Now it's like,
I know,
so that's what I was getting
so
that's what I was going to ask. Have we gotten too sensitive?
Richard,
who are the sensitive people?
Richard was part of that though.
Yeah, he talks about being with men.
Richard Pryor?
Yeah, Richard Pryor.
Yeah, he talks about that stuff. Talk about Paul,
right, but I'm saying, but it was okay.
Right.
Paul Mooney, I know he was.
They say he molested Richard Pryor son.
Yeah.
No, but look, they had a roast. You ever see the roast?
Yeah, when he brought out all
that stuff, and
they
they
was
was laughing.
That's my first white man.
They tried to laugh
If
it
you
off.
look at the audience faces, you can tell they knew what Richard Pryor was talking about. They was like, "Oh my God, he really."
See, that's what I'm saying.
That was so
back
loud.
then, they
I knew
was
you talking
open
about. I
about
watched
it.
that a million
Now
times.
it's like
he wasn't joking.
Yeah, I know he wasn't joking.
That's what the thing, and that's
A lot of them roasts are real though.
And
Because
that's-
at the
listen.
time, they actually get to say some crazy stuff
they
about.
be saying truthful
They be
stuff.
saying truthful stuff.
But y'all can't,
The general populace is not
We can't
going
what? So,
it's not so much we can't. It's like
Look, I went to
when you
LA.
go to say
I went to
something,
LA.
But when you start repeating what they did back then, now it's like, oh my gosh, we're overly sensitive. That's what's going through now.
That's your question.
Did he-
How overly
did he-
sensitive?
Because
But I think that's an agenda in
you're
itself.
offensive if you talk about gays and lesbians.
No, but
you're offensive if you keep bashing whites and Hispanics.
but they do it in your face all day.
But the thing is, I think that is that
That's
part
why
right.
I asked you to say
No. As a comedian, I think that part right there is
They do it in your face all
that's
day.
their way of trying to stop people from getting money.
What you mean?
By attacking people because of what they say and saying what's offensive. Because if you look at it, they got the whole cancel thing.
Cancel culture.
Yeah, cancel culture. If I say one thing out of turn, they say, okay, well, don't go to show and play show, boycott.
You can't say sissy on Facebook.
You can't say
without
nothing.
saying,
Yeah.
That's an offensive word.
I did 30 days in Facebook
Yeah,
jail
I
for
don't
having
know
women, just the word women. I won't even type women on Facebook no more because I gotta promote this show. I gotta promote my things and stuff like that. So it makes me even aware of what I'm saying. When you're supposed to have, free speech, but you really don't have freedom. So like that's all, something free.
That's why I got
must
to,
be done.
have we become
Shout out
so
to Eddie Griffin for that,
sensitive
too.
about everything?
Well,
Everyone.
people easily influence.
And that's a shame because I've never been.
But it's not about it's the agenda though. This is like the online bully. How can you bully somebody that's not in the same room with you? Think about this, right?
Yeah.
But it's how they're teaching, right? How they're educating. Because if you do the root to educate, it goes back to educate, right? It goes back to the Latin, and it means to lead out. It doesn't, you know what I mean? You want to go higher in knowledge, then you erudite yourself. Erudition. You feel what I'm saying? You don't degree. Degree is a step down. You agree. I don't degree. Like, I don't want a degree. You mean you telling me I got stupid? You want to agree. You want to go up. You feel what I'm saying? But this is knowing words, etymology, and stuff like that. So it goes back to what you're saying, though. Like, people are easily influenced, or, you know what I mean, by the agenda that's pumped into it. Like you said, the machine. Once the machine got you, like today, if they wanted the Sony show to go international, why they gotta say, them two right there, push the button, and we'd be in every household just like that because that's how it works.
That's how it works.
Well, can I just say this? Since y'all, promoting and all that stuff, I'm gonna be in a music video this weekend. It's supposed to be a love music video.
Are you gonna be the star attraction?
I have no idea.
You don't know what role you playing?
No. Yeah, we just. I don't mind because it's like my first thought was when he said a video. I'm like, okay, I don't have to wear like half my boobs and butt out, right? Because I don't have much.
Okay, who's the artist? You don't know the artist.
Oh,
you can't tell. Okay.
But no, when he hit me up, it was like, okay, wow, I'm gonna be okay. So I didn't know what to wear because it's casual. So I'm like, okay, if I, get jean and shoot and I get near a girlfriend looking fly as crap, I'm gonna walk up to her and just.
What you want to do? take your jeans and sneakers. It depends on whoever the artist is. I don't know the budget, but the video can be. It's a very tedious process. Like I shot one video for a 4-minute song in my neighborhood. It took me all day.
Yeah, it took me a couple of hours to do a voiceover, and I was like, wow, I didn't know it was going to take that long just to do for a voiceover that I have never played on the show. But anyway,
Floyd Mayweather reading class. Voiceover. You wasn't in Floyd Mayweather reading class.
Shut up. Charles, get back to you real fast.
My bad, buddy.
How do they get to find you on social media? It's going to take me all day.
I can't remember all of it. That's what I picked up.
PHLYSNKRS Fly Sneakers. Film Arts PHILMARTS215. And you can also go to IM3 Entertainment Distribution page. It's IM3 Entertainment Distribution. Check that page out.
He's just so straightforward. I mean, he didn't flinch, no smile, no smirk, no. He was just phrased, just straight, like, yeah, it's okay, it's alright.
That'd be him though, huh?
Yeah.
We had enough entertainment, laughing and joking and all that stuff.
As he's sipping on his pineapple.
Hey, if anybody's interested in a two-story home.
Where's it at?
Real estate.
I hope it's not Philly.
I'm gonna send it to Sony so she can post it on the page.
As I always do.
Look, $65,000 for a 2-bedroom.
Is that the
5700 block of Filbert Street. Everything's done brand new in the house. Very, very, very nice. I'll post it on my page too. Check out my page, CHALIKHAN.
Is there anything you don't have that you're not promoting?
I could sell it for 75 or 80, but I'm selling it for.
Well, I know starting next month, every Monday, I'm doing a spin-off of a spin-off of a spin-off. So, because you know I got radio, now I got a podcast, and I'm like, until we start getting all the legal stuff together so I can actually start doing some stuff with Comcast, I gotta keep me busy.
Right.
Like, personal stuff is like sucking.
So what's the spin-off? The spin-off is the spin-off.
You gotta talk me off here.
Yeah,
so if you're not gonna get to the personal life, everybody can talk about how their personal life and it don't be your personal life, it's the people in your life. Once again, if your life is sucky, you gotta change the people that's in your life.
Well, it changed. So I got some stuff that changed in my life.
Change the people
you
that's
know,
in your life.
it threw me a curveball. I'm happy, I'm healthy, you know, I'm smiling, everything's moving forward. It's kind of sad, but we all go through it in life. It hurts, you know. It hurts, but at sometimes you hope that, you know, out of it, you do, as you and I spoke of, you learn something from it, not to repeat it. In my case, I can say that I have learned, but I can't speak for everybody else. That's sad. But in the meantime, and all of it between time, Sean, one more time, how can they find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook, Sean Clay, SEAN, CLAY. I got a regular name, says Sonia. On Instagram, you can also find me, Sean Clay, SEAN, CLAY, but you just add the comedian. So.
Okay.
And I just like to add that I think social media should just be used for business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and entertainment, business and entertainment, because we already see what regular folk do with social media. You know what I mean? The fights and the beefing and people getting shot and
that's a whole
people cheating. You know what I mean? People cheating on each other.
That's a whole other conversation.
I'm telling you, if you look at
I don't like the vanity of social media. I don't even like the I statement.
But if you look how Facebook and Instagram is set up, it's set up for business.
Yeah. Well.
No, it is.
I actually started hearing
set up for business, but that wasn't what it was. That wasn't what it was built for. It was a different type of business.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have discipline. Like he said, you gotta have discipline. You can't just.
I'm getting there.
But trying to. But that's
no. I just say
that's a class.
That right there. That's my personal page. But when you go to my business page, it's straight business. There's nothing personal about it on my
check
personal pages.
Just a little short story, real quick, right? Because I was getting into, I don't know if it was real estate. I was getting into something back in the day, and I had this guy that was trying to mentor me or whatever like that. He told me, go create another Facebook page because I had another page on Facebook called MA Seekings. This is way controversial. So when it came to business, he said, well, they can probably go through your first 3 or 4 posts. If they don't like what you see, you know, they probably might be your customers, right? Something like that. So I was trying to lead a double life, for real. And they didn't know it. I had my MA Seekings page because that was my page. I promoted my music on. If I did graphic or anything I was doing, that was like, that's my stage name. That was my pseudonym. You know what I mean? MA Seekings, Master of Law, C Kings. You know what I'm saying? So when I built the Mac Buckley Bay page, you know what I'm saying? That's where I did all my business sets. So going back and forth. You know what I learned? Like, if they can't accept me for who I am on that one page, then they didn't need I didn't need their business anyway. I'd rather be who I am and attract those people than try to branch out because, like, that's where you start wearing yourself thin. You know what I mean? You got all this stuff going on, like with social media. You got Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. You got this, that, and the third. And then you got to be the same person to all these people at the same time. And then you got to be you. Yeah. Who is who? Right? I'm just me all the time. So you're going to get the same me, like you get right here on every platform. Yeah. You get the same me every time. And like, if you like me, cool. If you don't, I ain't really worried about it because I still got my life to live. But I agree with you. I don't think there should be a censorship on the face. I just think people censor the stuff that you don't like. It's real easy to unfriend somebody when you don't like the content.
That right there, I'm in total agreement with that. All that back and forth, you know, I have an issue with people because I had it, and they would come on and want to spell correct. Can you know my English?
I used to be spelled.
Okay, got you. Okay,
but it was funny for me.
But I made a mistake because I don't wear my glasses all the time. So cool, but don't always because you're missing the entire message. I get maybe some of those deterred you from. What is she trying to say?
Now some people are trolls. Yeah. I used to be a real big troll, like Twitter. My gosh, I was famous on Twitter. But then I have the ones that will get on my page and I'll make. Today's my birthday. I've never seen you say happy birthday. Congratulations. I graduated. Put that on your page?
No, but today's my birthday, and they won't say happy birthday. I'll put something.
What today is your birthday?
I'll put something on there.
Today?
You know, no, I'm just saying whatever day is my birthday, but they've never said happy birthday.
Okay.
I graduated from some place. They've never said congratulations. Right. You know, today is something. They've never hit the like button or never made any positive. But let me put out there, you know, I don't think Charles should be sitting up here with shorts on and his phone in his hand. Well, wait a minute, who are you and why? And I'm sitting there, and the first thing I'll say is, I didn't even know we was friends.
No,
and then after I do the comma, I gotta let you know because all this stuff I've been posting up here, and you mean to tell me you never, and now you, and then I get a little quiet. No, don't come on my page with.
When they come on your page?
Yeah, and I get it. When it's public, that's the thing is, I can't get mad at your opinions. But what I can get upset is that don't come from me on my page and then you decide you want to spin it and now we're not going to go at war on my page because here's the thing, Facebook is not a contract. You don't have to, we didn't sign any agreement that says you have to be my friend for X amount of time and then expires. You can hit the unlike button, unfollow, you can delete me at any time. You don't have to keep.
So you need to do that as soon as
you go say
like,
right.
But you don't
I have a family member.
But here's the thing: you have a right to respond. You do.
Yeah,
but what you don't have a right to do is
correct me on my.
No. It's now want to come for me. Like I want to be attacked because I said the first thing I'll say is, "Wait, I didn't even know we was friends." And I'm just following that as being true because if you mean to tell me that. This thing right here, I don't know if you ever went on your story, but every time you post on your story, it tells you every time somebody sees it. They don't have to hit the like button. Every time they see it, it will let you know how many people synced it. Yeah. So that means if you sync that, I know you seen when I made it public.
Right.
But you never hit the like button. You never shared tag. You never said congratulations. You never said anything. So if you go up in my story and I find that you've seen it, then I know 9 times out of 10 you've seen the rest of the stuff. I don't have an issue with you posting anything what I put out because it's public. I have an issue with now all of a sudden I put something that rocks you or shakes you some kind of way. You voice your opinion. But when you now want to come for me in an attack mode, my first comment is, I didn't even know we were friends.
And that's why I said earlier, I didn't mean to say that because I don't know people saying, like, I said you talk too much, like she was talking right then.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not even going to dignify whatever they said with a response. I'm not going to say I thought you was my friend or nothing like that. Like, you're just gone. Because I'm not going to invest my energy in thinking why you want to do this to me when I can just get rid of it and I can go on about my day.
Well,
I think people put too much into that.
I've learned with Facebook though, more than anything, that sometimes it's how we listen.
Yeah,
because I can post something that I know that is going to trigger people. So I can't play the victim, and you know that I'm the king of that. So I know it's going to make people mad, but when I see people in public, it's like, yo, this my homie, I shouldn't even said that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's why I see sometimes I can go overboard.
God, dude. That's what showing me the God in you. Just talk about anybody. Dude.
Yeah. No, but at the same time, like I said, like she said, I mean, she said this 100%, because I got all of my shows that I have. I got 5 sisters, and none of them never share any of my shows.
But,
Go
back to what I was saying earlier.
It costs $0, 2.4 seconds to share.
Check this out. You know what I learned coming up through music? All the stuff not to do. Right now, if I wanted to put out an album, produce, do everything I want to do, I learned all the steps by failing. So like when I see my boys that's still trying to do music, still trying to promote and put stuff out the same way we was doing 10, 15, 20 years ago, I'm telling you wrong. This ain't how it goes nowadays. You need to backtrack. Stop trying to put out all your music at the same time. You only got to buzz off this one song, dude. Like nobody even know this one song. How you gonna have out 4?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I know, you know what I mean? So it goes back to just reverse engineering everything that you've been through, you know what I'm saying?
No, this is what I do. I still promote normally like I would normally promote, right? And
but don't worry about
if you look at my call log, right, all the people that bought tickets in the last look, I'm gonna show you. Last 2-3 weeks. Last 2-3 days, everybody that asked for tickets, they're unsaved numbers. Nobody that I know. You know what I mean? All strangers.
And that's the point I was trying to get to. Cause you said, you know, I got 5 sisters, ain't none of them share stuff. Right,
brothers don't.
Guess what though?
And we had that talk.
Yeah, we had
but
that
listen
talk.
though, the same talk that this is what people gotta realize. Like, if you're trying to do something, you already know these people not gonna support it. Don't even worry about them because that's not your audience that you need to be trying to.
But at the same
contact.
time, it hurts.
It does.
Yeah,
hurt.
it does.
But at what point do you put your intellect over your emotions? What point do you put your
it has to be emotional. I'm gonna tell you why it has to be emotional.
It happened to you so many times.
No, I'm gonna tell you how it has to be emotional because it's family.
It's
family.
One of the
my
things,
mom.
So we raised in the same household.
My mom
ate the same cornflakes.
Let me tell you something. One time I built a website, right? And I was in the streets. I was trying to get out. Let me tell you the truth. I was trying to get out. I built a website dedicated, hours. I didn't sleep for days, right?
Trying to website?
Yeah, I built it.
So we can make money.
Yeah. I built Morris Mac. I built it.
Okay. Just beyond that.
Can you let her
Beyond
finish?
what you saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, but like, I built the website, and my mom at the time was working a job where a lot of influential people, you know what I'm saying, pretty much quote unquote so-called white people work there, right? That she could have just mentioned it to certain people and they would have traveled like hot for. You know what my mom did? She went on my website that I built, you know what I mean, my idea, my creation, my baby, and she critiqued the whole website and told me everything that was wrong with it and why she wanted to share it, right? It hurt. But after that, I realized, you know what? Maybe my mom's not the person that's going to be a supporter of mine. Even though she loved me, even though that's my mom, I got to let that go. So, like, when I do things, I just do them. If she wants to know about it, I tell her about it. But I don't go to her to ask her for her support. And that's not because I don't love my mom. It's because I already know she's going to have a certain way to look at what I'm doing as her child.
But my thing is, does she understand Java, Cascade, XHTML, HTML, serving, all that type of shit? Lingo, talk, you know.
And that's exactly my point. I'm talking about support. All I wanted her to do was share the website name. She don't know anything that went into that. But as my mother, I'm saying, like, I'm your son. I just want you to put this out there. Once I realized, when she sent me that note back and saying, hey, because of this, that, and the third, like, you know what, okay, it's not mom that I need to go to every time I'm doing something. I
Right.
need to start finding people outside of that. And then every time somebody shut me down and say they're gonna do something, then I wipe them off the list. I don't even let that emotion affect me anymore because intellectually it's not helping me grow and make my business grow. It's not helping my brand expand. It's not helping me get new business. It's not putting me in new demographics. It's not putting me where I need to be at because I'm relying on the same people that already told me they was gonna do it and didn't do it in the first place.
But look,
So
but I'm gonna tell you my perspective. I'm gonna tell you why it matters to me.
I would eat, man.
But I'm gonna tell you why it matters to me. Because people ask me how you a comedian, how you get so funny. I got funny because watching my family members. Everybody in my family is funny, but none of them took it to the stage.
That's your gift.
Yeah, so but my gift came from them by watching my dad curse people out when he was driving.
Right.
You know what I mean? Watch my grandma beat us with belts and stuff like that and say little funny stuff. So I learned all of that stuff from my siblings, uncles, aunts, all of this. Like my whole family, I literally can tell you, get on stage
like
if
when
they
they're
want
all
to.
together.
So when you want them to share, your. Oh, I'm sorry.
Some of you sharing your
So you want them to
success.
share your success,
Right.
because I tell anybody, any level of success, right, is great for it.
Right. Let me
Regardless
ask you
if
a
it's
question.
coming from Kevin Hart perspective or Sean Clay perspective.
Let me ask you a question, right? With all that being said, right?
And it's like a void.
But listen, check this out. This is my perspective off of your story based on what you just told me, right?
Yeah.
You don't think that they didn't support you? Because
No.
your comedy came from them.
They don't.
So
Just like Sony.
No. They did support you already because they were the people that helped build who you are today to make a living to. So whether they come from it or not, you still have a connection to what made you you. So I can understand where it's emotional, but if you look at it from the flip side, like, yeah, without me looking at them and being them in my life, I wouldn't even be the person I am today to do the things I'm doing to help the people that I'm helping. So they supported you, you didn't even know it, because they was building you.
Well, see but that's the other side of it. The other side being Sony was talking about the other day was a lot of these people that will never support me or will never share a flyer that costs nothing. You know what I mean? 2.4 seconds to post. They look for me when they have money problems. You know what I mean? They need the $70 and the $80 and $100. But this is family.
Okay. And your thing is because we're
The
family,
Bible
that's
says
supposed to
no.
mean something.
No, my thing is
You
this.
get for most people, and you hear this all the time, you'll get more support from total strangers.
No, that's
than
what I
you
just
would-
finished telling you.
Right.
Yeah, that's what he's
But
saying,
I-
but he's saying
but-
the same people that won't support him will come to him for the same.
Right, but he and I had this discussion, and I was trying to get him to understand that not everybody is going to be like, because you supported them means that, okay, I'm obligated or I need to. No, I used to volunteer at this church down the street from where I lived in Delaware, when I was in the Bellefonte section, up top.
I don't know where that's at.
Well, that's the county part.
Okay.
Wilmington.
That's where.
Yeah, anything from Department of Labor up going towards Claymont
So
is
Wilmington.
north side. So that's considered like the county part. From the PAL, 48th and Market, Wilmington, going down towards downtown.
That sounds like Martin Luther King area.
Yeah, that's.
I can tell how she was describing
Okay,
it. When she said Market
but-
Street, I knew she was going black.
But I used to volunteer at the church down the street from my house, and they used to, as soon as you come in, they give you a list, you know, a food list, and you check off what you wanted. You check it off, and you give it to somebody, and they give it to whoever's in the food pantry. Now, what they're supposed to do, the people are, they're supposed to go on the other side of the building for Bible study, you know, and while you're getting your little word on, we're packing up the food. Well, I've had a few ladies. One lady, it's only her and her grandchild that doesn't live with her, but she makes it known her grandchild comes and visits. The thing is, if they don't live with you, we're only supposed to give you, since it's only a house of one, food to feed one. Well, it would make me cry because they come in late. They intentionally come in late just so they wouldn't have to hear the Bible study. And I would get on the pastor because that's not fair. The thing is, you already have people that come early and they're coming on time because that's part of the rules. You come and then you get the food and you leave. Not come late just in enough time as you're passing, let me get my food and then leave. That's not fair. But anyway, she would always whine, bitch, and complain because we need cornflakes. No, Frosted Flakes. Honey, we don't have that. Okay, so what happens is she's looking at other people's bags of food because she got there late. And what happens is if we don't have because we already gave it out because you came late. Now she's upset. Well, they got that, we don't have anymore. Well, how come they got that, we don't have that? And as much as I wanted to say, freaking Acme's up the street, I would leave crying. My then boyfriend who died would always tell me that the same thing I told you. You gotta remember, everybody's not gonna be like you. And it bothered me because you figure you gave me those pineapples. I don't eat pineapples, but I'll take it. You know what I'll do with it? I know you like pineapples, so I'll give it to you. Why can't you just take what somebody gives you and be grateful? They won't. Because you give to them doesn't mean they're going to say to themselves, I feel obligated because we share the same blood. I'm going to do for you. It's not going to happen. It's not going to, and so far, if it hasn't happened, then what you need to do is stop. Because what happens is, I see you as you're a leech. I'm sorry, I'm a leech. I see you as my money bags. And until you stop enabling them, until you stop giving them, they're never going to stop digging in your pocket. They're never going to, because they feel, no.
Let me respond though, because like, I want to hear what you got to say.
Because like I told her the other night, the things that I asked for is free. What
hanging out flyers, social media.
Just share a flyer. That's it.
But listen,
I'm not asking you for $100.
But Sean, this is
all you gotta do is click this.
I think this is what she.
At some point, when are you going to stop asking?
Yeah.
No, I don't ask him at all. No
okay.
more. I don't
exactly.
ask him more.
But
I still got a right to complain.
No, stop. For what?
What is it energy?
Huh?
You wasting
not wasting. Listen.
Now let's take no crazy joke out of it.
It's the same.
Unless they sharing it, but
no, it's the same energy. Be giving that acknowledgement is the same energy that they would take to just do that. Because I can easily write a post and just be like, no, that's
but
crazy.
how many times did you complain and they went on and did it?
No, I never complained at all.
Okay.
I try to wait for them. It's like you wait and
right,
be like, you know what?
So you got expectations.
If you already saw the same
because
results,
this is my family.
But if you see the
the
same
thing
results,
is, I can see if I was talking about strangers or fellow rival comedians, but this is people that, like I said before, we share the same father.
How many times have you gone to them to ask them to share?
Never. I just figured I gave them the benefit of the doubt every time.
And they never share?
Never.
And you still wait?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wait forever.
Wow.
See, the thing is, what's going to happen is, when I pass away, then that's when people want to be, oh yeah, they want to give him his flowers now. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, evidence that they're trying to show you right now, I'm not going to give you your flowers.
Like, look up, that's why I compare myself to Marvin Hagler. You know him, right? You heard of him, right?
No.
Marvin Hagler was a middleweight boxer.
No. You see,
right?
I did this, right?
It took him 49 fights for them to give him a title shot. 49 fights. That's ultimate disrespect.
Big time.
Big time. You know what I mean? And then by the time he got on the top, he didn't turn back. That's why I said they cheated him against Sugar Ray Leonard. But there's a reason why they did that.
I seen that fight. I was young.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And Sugar Ray Leonard was my favorites. Yeah. But Marvin Hagler,
I thought he was supposed to beat Sugar Ray because Sugar Ray was old at that time, wasn't he?
No.
He was in his 30s before.
He was 30 and Marvin Hagler was 32.
It was okay,
yeah.
Man, I'm 43.
Well,
I was young.
So that's why I like my struggle to that, because some people, they don't get their props.
But Sugar Ray was a bad boy though.
He was a bad boy. He was. But I don't think he won the fight. He just put on the show.
Pretty boy.
I mean, if you look at that fight, Hagler had him against the rope. He was running the whole fight.
Well, of course.
You're not supposed to take.
First of all, Hagler was bigger than him. That's number one.
Yeah.
Not long.
That's number one. But for him to evade him, that's what like Mayweather, he did the Mayweather thing to him.
But he added a bigger ring, and then instead of 15 rounds, he knocked it down to 12. That's what he did. It was a strategy. I mean, like I said, Sugar Ray one of my favorite all time.
But you got
because I've seen Sugar Ray go toe to toe. Yeah, it was a strategy game, but it's just
that's all Floyd.
But I'm talking about before that, how they did Marvin Hagler was wrong. He took him 49 fights.
No, that's true.
And then when he won his fight title for his first title, the guys over in France was throwing bottles and stuff at him. That's how he celebrated his first title.
Well, I hate to interrupt y'all.
I'm sorry.
But it's okay. Charles, one more time, let us know how we can find you.
Check me out on Facebook, y'all. PHLYSNKRS Film Arts, PHILMARTS 215, all one word. and IM3 Entertainment Distribution. You can inbox that page there and send us music videos of artists that you like that's independent and that you'd like to see on.
And you, Mr. Sean, Funny Man Sean.
You can find me on Facebook. My name is Mac Buckley. And
Bang.
my name is Sean.
And cut. Alright, and action.
Sean Clay, SEANCLAY.
You got 2 minutes to give us something funny.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen tonight. It ain't gonna happen tonight.
You succeeded.
Well, you know what's funny about that, y'all?
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in.
Oh, wait, don't get the plug me. Turning West Fox 29 tonight. What is it, 8 or 9 o'clock for Bob's Burgers?
No.
Hold on. I gotta plug. Hey, what's up, Live?
You never noticed the Bob's Burgers?
Oh, no.
Anybody want to get in touch with me, of course, you can get on Facebook and find me at Prince Mac Baby. That page is not in Facebook jail. You can find me at Mac Buckley Baby on Facebook too. That page is no longer in Facebook jail. You can find me on Instagram. It's PhotoMac, PHOTOMACK. Never leave the K off my name. My cheese got all 4 corners, baby. And you can find me on my website, MorrisMac.org. You know what I mean? If you want any questions about more science, more history, what more is, bloodline, or anything, pertaining to knowledge itself, hit me up on my contact form on there, or you can inbox me or something like that on this, technology.
Pay me lashing out.
Yeah, and on that note, I'm out.
Hey.
Long.
That is long.